share with you this beautifully delicious, healthy, anything you want to call it, anything good, soup. No. Keep going. Keep going, baby. Okay. I have my ingredients right here. My tomato stew over here. I have my famous lentil and some coconut milk. I also have some vegetables that I'm gonna add and all of those things. So I'm gonna start, turn on the heat, and then start. If you have any question, thank you for joining. I'm going to make some awesome soup today for iftar or suhoor. If you are looking to make any recipe for iftar or suhoor, this is awesome. Especially my recipe is mostly geared towards breastfeeding women and trying to breastfeed whilst fasting, and also you want to increase your milk supply, you want to increase the nutrient density of your food, the nutritional value of your food. I am sharing all of those recipes here. Last time I shared a beautiful soup that tastes so good. I ate it for suhoor yesterday with my husband. My girls ate it for iftar, that is for dinner, yesterday as well, and it's so beautiful. Today I'm going to share with you this beautiful protein rich food. Last time I shared the cashew soup. If you followed me, if you didn't, it's on the last video. You can go and check it out. It was so delicious, and today I'm going to do that. So I have my pot here, I have my my heat on. I'm going to use this stew, okay, this stew that I have used and I have frozen. This is what I do. I make a whole bunch, like big pots like this one of stew, tomatoes, tomato paste, some spinach, some zucchini, everything I blend and I put it here. Most of the times I don't add those. If I'm going to use it for like special jollof rice thing, I'm not gonna add those other vegetables. But if not, regular stew, I'll add. And then I will just portion and put it here. Put it here or put them in containers like this one. The bigger containers like this one, or put them in here, or put them in bags, Ziploc bags, like those. I will just put them and then flatten them like that. So this stays in the freezer for a long time. Hey, where are the people? I don't know, they are joining. So join and share it to others so they also join. Okay, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. If you are just joining, who? Echo Toys 8984 is asking where are the people. So join. Come join and take the recipe, go make it and share it with others as well. So this is the stew. I'm going to add it to my heated pot. I'm going to add a bit of it here. Okay, put a little bit of water. All right. So I put a little bit of water in it. Let me add some more of the stew. Just a little bit more. Okay. And I reduced the heat because I left the pot to be too hot. Now I increase the heat a bit. If you are going to make this stew from scratch, to make this soup, right? You're gonna slice some onions. You're gonna chop some tomatoes. You're gonna put in some leek. You're gonna add all of those things and make the base, and then add the main ingredients. But I have made those two already. What I have shared last time. What I have shared last time was this. This fried, alhamdulillah, this fried onion is awesome. If you get it and you put it in your soup, it doesn't taste like onions. It is so beautiful. It gives the soup or the stew or whatever you're making a beautiful taste, so flavorful. And you are saved. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, baby. You are saved. All right. And you are saved from all the onion smell and the crying of chopping the onions and chopping it and all of that. You are saved from that, right? So it's easy to actually use this when you get the fried onions, or when you buy too much onions from Costco. Put it on the fire, fry it, or put it on a stove with a little bit of oil. Fry it. If you cannot get this, because this I bought it from an Islamic halal store. Maybe you can get it in an Asian store and stuff like that. Okay, it's awesome. All right, so this is my stew. Stew is here. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I am a little sick. I am not well. So it's hard for me. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm washing the lentils. Okay, so this is easy way to do this thing. Very, very easy. Okay. So I have the lentil right here. I'm going to make very small batch of this soup because I already have some soup. I don't want to be wasting. We don't eat too much anyways because we're fasting. So I have the lentil right here.
I'll be right back.
Baby. Okay. Thank you.
You're drinking that? I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I have the lentils washed, and I'm going to add some of the spices. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Yeah, they can last some. Please, if you join, you can let me know if you can hear me, okay? I have ghee right here. I'm going to add the ghee as the oil or the fat even though the stew has oil, a little bit of it. But I'm going to add the ghee because remember I said this soup is a soup for the nursing mother and a postpartum mom. So it's very healing, it's very comforting, it's very nutrient dense, warming. It's warming and all the other good stuff. All right. And I have this bouillon paste that I got from Costco. I'm gonna add a bit from it. It's gonna add a lot of flavor to the soup. So I'll add it to it. Okay. All right. So now I guess I can increase the heat because earlier on I put the heat on and I was talking. So it made the stew almost burning.
I'm done.
If you join and you can hear me, please let me know. If you cannot hear me, please let me know. So I'm not just talking and all right. So I'm going to add the stew, more stew, and I'll pour some water here to wash it down later on. Okay. So what I'm going to do is add the lentil. I just washed it and look at how it's cakey. Okay. It needs to be washed right away and put it. Sometimes if you have time, if you have time, you can soak it. Soak it for a bit and then use it. Otherwise, it's all good. Okay. It looks like I want the soup to be more focused, so I'm changing the position of the tripod. Okay, good. So I have my lentils in there and I'm going to wash. I'm going to wash the quinoa. If you want to use barley, barley needs to be washed, okay? Barley needs to be washed really, really well. And then also, it needs to be soaked overnight. I haven't soaked this, so I'm not using this. The original recipe, you can use barley or you can use quinoa, okay? I have used both and it's so beautiful. So I'm going to use quinoa because I don't have time to soak it. So I'm going to wash the quinoa. This is my quinoa right here, okay? So I'm going to wash it and then I'll add it to the mixture. Okay, so this is the washed quinoa Okay, I'm going to add it to this. And I mix all together. Okay, all right, so now I can add my spices if I want to add my spices. And then I'll add the next ingredient. We like to use pepper, okay? Not a lot of pepper. So I'm going to add a little bit, just a tiny bit, okay? If you don't like pepper, don't add pepper. You like spices, add it. I am going to add this spice. It says 7 blend. Okay, I'm going to add this one in. Okay, I'll add about a teaspoon of that here because it has a whole all the all the spices that I'm gonna use. It has cloves, it has nutmeg. Typically I will not use nutmeg, but it has it, is okay. I'm gonna add some cinnamon stick here. It has cardamom, ginger. So this is basically what I'm going to use. And then also coriander seeds, which it doesn't have. So I'm gonna just chop a little bit of coriander seed and add it to it. Okay, and the next ingredient is this. I'm going to add this one, but I'm going to also powder it a bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing here so you can see a little bit of what I'm doing and some part of the soup. Okay, so I'm going to blend this, all of these other things with my Ninja blender, the smoothie one. I'm going to add the shrimp. Okay. I'm going to add the shrimp. Shrimp gives it a very beautiful taste. And then I'll add the coriander seeds. This is the coriander seeds. I'm going to add a bit of it, about 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Amen. And then I'm going to close it and blend it. Okay. This is it. I'm going to add it to it. I added it to this. And then I'll add a little bit of water by washing this thing. I add water to this and I'm going to close it up, shake it, and add it to it. Okay, so now what I have here is a tasting something going on, but I'm not done with the soup. I have to add some other things, and that other thing is I'm going to add some turmeric, okay, because we want the soup to be very healing. So I'll add turmeric to it, and I'll add black pepper. Black pepper helps with the absorption of turmeric. Okay, so I'm going to add that. The powerful curcumin in turmeric is more absorbed in our body when we add pepper, black pepper. So I'm going to add that in. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is to add my ingredient that is beautiful sweet potato. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is now slice my sweet potato and chop it. Okay, so this is my chopping board, my very flimsy chopping board.
I'm trying to charge our laptop.
I'm going to.
No battery.
Okay, akwai charger nan cikin dakin ku. Charger na cikin dakin ku yana da dogo. Take it ko ki charge. All right, so I'm going to peel this with my peeler. If you prep this beforehand, you should be able to do this as quick as possible. As quick as possible. Okay. If you can hear me, please let me know. If you cannot hear me, please let me know. Put it in the chat, or if you can't hear me, just like this video with a love emoji or any of your favorite emojis. So I'm going to chop this. It looks like I have very small um, workspace, but because I want to focus this thing, that's why I have small workspace, yes, but again I am not able to focus it with the kind of um, tripod that I'm using. Okay. Okay, so I have this. I'm going to cut it into cubes. Okay. All right. Okay. So I cut enough of this. I'm going to cut some more. Because I'm making the soup, not too much of it, so I'm not going to add all the sweet potato. I'm going to add just a bit. All right, so this is what I have cut so far. I'm going to add it to the soup. This is the soup. I'm going to add it to it. It's coming together so well. Okay, so this is it. See? All right. All right. If you want more sweet potato, you can add more. If you don't want more, it's still fine. It depends on how you want it. Sweet potato adds a whole bunch of stuff, beautiful nutrients, and then also it supports a gut health. Okay, it's great in fiber. It also helps with constipation. So you do that. So next, what I'm going to do is to add my coconut milk. I'm going to open the can and add my coconut milk here. Okay. But I have the heat to low. Okay, so it's, even though there's heat in it, it's not really cooking as much. So this is the coconut milk, so creamy, with the fat, but I think it has some water in it. You see, so this is the coconut milk. I'm going to add half of it in here, not a bunch. And remember, I'm not making the soup. I'm not making a whole bunch. I'm not making it a lot, so I'm going to make only a little bit. Okay, so I added the coconut water. Now I can add my liquid and then allow it to cook. You see how beautiful it looks. It looks so beautiful. You can add some of the lentils if you want to. You can add more if you want more lentils. If not, this is good. All right. So what I'm going to do also, if you want some protein, you can add any kind of protein already the quinoa is protein, lentil is protein, so this is good. But if you want some more protein, like chewy things, you can shred some chicken, add it to it, some turkey, add it to it. You can add anything at all. Tuna, I always add tuna because remember I also added the shrimp, but I also add tuna so that tuna can give it even beautiful, not too chewy texture, but protein, hidden protein, right? So yeah, basically that's what it is.
I finished the whole thing. Yes.
Yeah, I have this leftover dark carcass, the carcass, and I'm going to add it to it because my husband loves carcass. He likes to just eat on it and take out all the hidden meats and every part of it. Okay, so for us, it's part of how we eat. From Ghana, we like to eat the bones. We like to chew on it, and we joke around that the bones contain a whole bunch of calcium. But come to think of it, that's true. It contains a lot of calcium, right? So if you want to get all the benefit of food, make sure you're eating every part of food, especially the protein. So I'm going to add this one in, okay? I'm going to add, you don't have to do this. Miss Bitauchi, Kunkari, okay? You don't have to do this, okay? If you want to, you can do it. If you don't want to, if you're not that person who uses something like this, don't do it. Okay. Laptop. Okay. Okay. Remember that I added this, right? I added this, and it contains a little bit of salt to it, so I'm going to add just a teeny bit of salt. So this is the water. I'm going to add water, and now increase the heat a bit so this thing will cook. And the bones will, and it's the bones will let their whatever the flavor into this. It's good. It tastes good. So far, so good. All right. So this is it. I'll let it cook. I think I have to add some salt, like I was saying. But before I add some salt, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this chicken dripping that I made last time. That I have all of this beautiful thing going on. I'm not going to add the oil. I'm just going to collect this a bit and add it to it because of the flavor it's gonna add, right? So I'm gonna add this thing in because it contains also, it has a little bit of salt. I don't want to add no salt. I'll wait until the soup is cooked before I add any salt. All right, so this is how the soup is looking so far. I'll allow it to cook for a bit, cover it up, allow it to cook, and let's enjoy. What I also do, especially because this soup is for the postpartum mother, I sometimes would just put this goji berry. Okay, goji berry is so beautiful. It's like a snack, easy snack, but it adds a lot of iron. You see, source of iron. So it adds a lot of iron, especially because if a woman is breastfeeding, her iron levels goes down. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. Jazakallahu khairan for joining, sister. Um, so we are making some easy soup, okay? Easy soup for the breastfeeding mom or for the postpartum mother who is looking to be nourished and be healed by these nourishing foods. If you are breastfeeding, this is awesome soup that helps to replenish a lot of the lost minerals during the day whilst fasting, and it helps to hydrate you. It also helps to give you some warming, um yeah, some warmth internally. Okay, so like I was saying, I sometimes, if I'm making this for a newly postpartum mother, I'm going to add this thing in it. Okay, I'll add it to it, but I'm not making it for her. I'm making it for us. I want to add it. I'm tempted to add it, but I won't add it because my girls are a lot picky, and if I add sometimes when I add certain things, they don't really like it. So when it's cooked, I will add it to the soup that I'm going to serve myself and serve my husband with it. Okay? So this is the soup. If you want to add more lentils, you can. I added just a bit of lentils, about half a cup. And I'm going to allow this to cook. I added lentils. I added quinoa. I put quinoa in it, okay? Quinoa, lentils. I was saying that I use barley to make this soup prophetic inspired, okay? Because barley is known to be a beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, roasted chicken liver. Okay, that sounds interesting, but I think I've had it before. Not really roasted. I put everything, like the chicken, the whole chicken, um, cut into pieces, and I put it in the air fryer, and I get the liver air fried, and we cut it into pieces and eat it. Yeah, that's interesting. Beautiful roasted chicken liver. How do you cook it? How do you make it to? Do you cut it into pieces and roast it, or do you roast the chicken liver in whole? Do you season it? How do you make it? Yeah. So this is cooking. What I use is, I'm going to, because I see some couple of people joining. I first added some stew base. Okay, if you're making this from scratch, you don't have to use stew. If you don't have stew, you can just chop some tomatoes, onions, and add all the other like things that you're gonna make some stew base. And whilst it is cooking, you add your washed lentil. I added the red lentil. Okay, you can see it's the red lentil that I used. I added that, and then I washed my quinoa. I washed my quinoa. I added it. It looks like I've added a little bit more to pepper. I don't want it to be peppery. Yeah. Okay. So I added the quinoa, the red quinoa, the did I say red quinoa? I added red lentils, quinoa, some spices, coriander seeds, and then seven blend. Seven blend contains a whole bunch of other spices that, if I don't have this, I would use that, because that is what I have been using. I've never used this thing before, but because I am going the easy way, so I use this one. It contains the cardamom. I would add cardamom to this. It contains cinnamon. I'll add cinnamon to this. It contains ginger. I'll add ginger to this. So cloves, I'll add cloves to this. So it has what I need for the stew, for the soup. So I used it. I have this. I also added some turmeric, okay? Turmeric for its anti-inflammatory and warming effect. I added that for healing and for recovery. I added this one as well. It's a chicken base. I added that. So what you see here is bones, is carcasses of duck. It's duck carcasses. I made it. I put it in the air fryer with all the food, the muscles and the part, and it was so delicious. But the carcasses, I don't want to throw it away, and it will be great to use it for making broth. But this is kind of like adding the broth to the soup as well, like directly, right? So I added it to this. Also because my husband likes to like really chew on these stuff, chew on it and then throw it out, right? Not to chew, take out all the bones, all the meat and everything else, because basically that's what we do. Growing up, we don't leave anything from food. We eat almost everything except something that is not edible, right? So I do that. Right, bell pepper. Yes, if I have that, I would add it to it, of course. But then, what I get a bunch of chicken liver and clean it with water and lemons as first. Wow. Okay. Then I heat a pan and add oil and the liver to the pan with cumin, salt, and pepper. Then heat with oil. Gets rid of the strong taste. Yes, I know liver has very strong taste, but it contains a like beautiful choline in it. It's very high, especially chicken liver has high choline levels than a lot of food out there. So if you eating this, this is awesome. It's beautiful. And as a pregnant mom, the lower level, the lower range of choline that you can get is 450. Um, the ideal is 950. So if you're eating chicken liver, 950 milligrams, right? If you're eating chicken liver, if you're eating egg yolk, you're getting some beautiful choline over there. If you, even your um, multivitamin or your prenatal vitamin, if you are in the postpartum period, your prenatal or your multivitamin or your postnatal vitamin doesn't have choline in it, it's still okay because you're getting adequately from food, from the kind of food you're eating, right? But if you are not getting enough, chances are that you need more. You actually need more from food, right? So yeah, I love that concept of making just liver. I know there is liver pate. People make it. Um, yeah, I have made it before. I made it for clients because they requested it. I and it's true, it has very strong taste. But if you mix it with some other things, I think it goes well. A liver is not a hard food for me to eat. Just that I don't eat it too much. I just only want a little bite. That's all. Yeah, I like that you use all the spices and make that. It's awesome. Beautiful. And garlic takes away the strong smell too. So that's nice. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Maybe I'll come on one day and one of you will join me making a recipe together. You'll be in your kitchen and I'll be here making the recipe together. Maybe, I'm not sure, but let's see. Okay, so you see, it is cooking. It's cooking so nice. The only regrets that I have right now is the pepper I added. I didn't want to add the pepper as much as I did, but unfortunately I did. Okay, so I'm going to add the coconut milk even more to this. I might end up adding more maybe later. Okay, because I'm not using a typical recipe. I cut the recipe into half. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna cover this and allow it to cook. Where's the lid? All right. So covering this and allowing it to cook for a bit. Oh, I think I know this name. Last time we were on live together. Yeah. Mashallah, sister. Thank you for joining. Beautiful. Yeah. Right. Goat, even for me, goat meat a strong taste. Has like a strong taste for me. Okay. I'm not sure. Goat, goat, even if goat itself, I not even the billy goats. I know billy goats have like very strong smell to them, but regular goats themselves, I don't really like their smell, and then their meat itself, I don't know. Yeah, 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 like me. So I prefer chicken, and now maybe duck, maybe a little bit of it, not too much, just a bite. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. MashaAllah. Okay, so I'll let this thing cook for a little bit. So the quinoa cooks more. It doesn't take too long to cook, but it has to be tender. All right. So yeah, it's getting there. If you don't want it to be thick like this, you can add water or you add more coconut milk to it. Okay? Yeah. If you want it to be thick, you let it be like that. I'm going to eventually add the water. I've put water here on the side. So I'm going to add it before I add my vegetable. Okay? So wait for this thing to cook before I add the vegetable. All right. Okay. 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 So this thing is cooking. Right. Yeah, I like that you made time to join today as well. I shared some couple of recipes about few days ago. I shared a cashew soup recipe that I was so excited about. I make it for so many women and they love it. So I came over here and I shared it. And I shared what is it called? Um Fried rice recipe as well, and it was a hit. Yeah, yeah. I try to come on as often as I can for live, um, until I get enough time to actually record a video. Okay, all right. So I'd love to know about what women have or eat preconception. Right. So for the food, is a lot of the food that we have are um, nutrient dense, I would say, but particularly there is this leaf that we call contomere leaf. It's a cocoyam. Cocoyam is kind of a tuber. Yeah. The leaf comes out very big. It's green. It's not similar to it's not similar to kale. It's also not similar to spinach. It's in between. Spinach is very neutral. Kale, it's kind of chewy and kind of a bitter, subtle bitter taste. But contemporary have this distinct taste to it, and it's high in iron. It's so rich in iron. So women love to eat those, okay? They like to make stew from it. You're gonna add a like maybe make a stew base and add the the contomere, the leaf. You cut it into slices, very thinly chopped, and either they cook it. Sometimes they cook it. Sometimes they just put it in the stew right away. Um, I have found that when you put it right away in the stew, it says it has some itchiness to it. So it might make your stew a little itchy, maybe, I don't know. So women like to cook it, like steam it for a little bit and then throw away the water and then cook it. Sometimes they will cook it and then add the water to the soup and they eat it. They add eggs, a whole bunch of eggs, because eggs is protein, it's choline. Knowing that, it's awesome. But they do that without knowing, right? They do that because that is just something that traditionally women make to prepare themselves. Even before your period, when you make this stew, it's awesome. It helps to increase your iron levels, and it's blood building food. After your period, you eat it, and it also helps with your blood. So women love to make it. They add a whole bunch of eggs. Sometimes they add egusi seeds crushed into powder, because egusi soup seeds, it's also like pumpkin seeds. It contains a whole bunch of other minerals and it's protein, so it's awesome. They like to also use the juice of like a seed or a fruit like something. I forgot the name of it, but they make it into juice and they drink it to add a lot of minerals and a lot of iron to their regimen. Even nurses prescribe that when a woman is pregnant. Nurses tell women to drink it. It's safe in pregnancy. It's also safe preconceptionally. So women drink it a lot. They add it to stew or they add it to soup. There are traditional soups that they add it to it, and they make it. I have forgotten the name right now. Um, I think it's called, English name is maybe something berry. I forgot the name. Right. So that's what the women preconceptionally they do. A lot of porridge stuff too, like fermented porridge, right? They eat they have that for breakfast. Fermented porridge with millet. Yeah, so that is a big food as well that women eat. A lot of fish rather than meat. Yeah, so women actually prepare more for their period because when they bleed, they kind of lose blood. Women think, oh, I'm losing blood, so I want to like replenish myself. So they prepare mostly for that instead of preparing preconceptionally for pregnancy, right? Women tend to fall pregnant easy, but there is a lot of stories too that women don't fall pregnant easily. Some women struggle falling pregnant. So it's mixed. I have not done any research specifically. It's been a while since I went back home. So maybe it can be a chance for me to actually think about it, and when I get the chance to go back. The last time I went back, I supported one sister for her birth, and it was such a beautiful birth, beautiful labor in the clinic. But she did very well. She was very strong. She was prepared, and she didn't even tear. She was like really going, moving, and I was like, this is amazing. One of the best births, that one of the beautiful births that I have seen um, um, for the period of time that I have been supporting women. So I love that. Since then, I didn't go back. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So the soup is cooking. I think I reduced the heat a bit. I'm going to stir it up. Okay. So this is it. It's awesome. I'm going to add a little bit of water, and I add the coconut milk as well. And I will put I don't think I'm going to take this thing out of this soup. I'll leave it in. All right. Bismillah. This thing tastes good. The only thing I did that the girls will not eat it is the pepper. Oh my God. I put so much of the pepper in this thing. No. Okay. So I have my spinach here that I have frozen, and I'm trying to, the spinach was fresh and I put it in the freezer, and I'm going to add it to this. There's no need to defrost it. It's gonna defrost with the heat. I'm going to add more of the coconut milk. And that's it. I'll just let it cook. And it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, right. So that's why preconception, I'm sorry, I have been coughing. Have my throat is kind of sore. Okay. Yeah, that's why preconception this is good. That's why preparing preconceptionally for pregnancy is very, very important. When you are able to, like, really nutrition wise, you pump yourself up with all the necessary nutrition that you need for conception and for the early stage of pregnancy, that takes you far, right? That helps to support you a bit. And also, a body that is very well nourished and very well ready for pregnancy falls sick not as much. Research have shown that. Okay, if your blood sugar regulation is out of balance, you don't have good blood sugar balance, hormonally a woman is not there, she has dysregulated hormone, all of those things comes together to cause even more discomfort in the early stages of pregnancy. So preparing preconceptionally is very, very helpful, it's supportive. However, some women, no matter how they prepare, pregnancy can be tough. The first early days of pregnancy can be tough. How if you have nourished yourself, if you have taken all of those precautionary measures, and you've been taking supplements, whether it's food-based supplements or prenatal vitamins, you have covered all the gaps. Even if the early pregnancy discomfort happens, you are okay. You are going to be okay because the nutrient requirement in the first trimester, early days of early weeks of pregnancy, is not very, very high. It's not very significant, right? The only significant nutrient or levels is even not even iron. It's protein. It's protein and hydration. So if you are really hydrated, if you have enough, you've had enough protein in your food and all of that, that goes to support a lot. Yeah, I know. I know. There's a lot of women that, a lot of my clients experience that. Even HG. HG is really hard. It's tough, right? So yeah, Alhamdulillah, mashallah, you have not experienced it. There's a lot of there are women who go through that for the entirety of their pregnancy, not only the first trimester. And then also not only in the morning. It's not is that the morning sickness thing. It's actually like an all day sickness thing. It's hard, it's tough, it's very humbling. You know that, yeah, there is another soul growing inside of your uterus, and it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Emotionally, physically, it's tough. May Allah make it easy for women who are going through that. Yeah. Yeah. So if a woman is going through that, all that she can do is try to actually hydrate herself in a very supportive way. So hydration, not only drinking water, because most of the times women even feel like water feels bland and very not desirable for them to drink. So adding in a whole bunch of other things can be supportive. Sipping in or using a straw to sip some broth or juices from fruits and vegetables. Not sugar laden juice though. All of those things can be supportive. Yeah, they can be supportive. And ha- you eat as you can. You don't force yourself too much, because if they force themselves, they're gonna throw up. And if they get too hungry, it also causes them to feel nauseated and it makes it worse. So in a way, it's like really they're doing their best to actually manage it in a way that it's 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 manageable. It's manageable. Not that it's gonna go away, but manageable. But a lot of women also have seen a lot of comfort in, or a lot of support in, maximizing protein. So maximizing protein in all meals. Like when you in for breakfast, they prioritize protein. For lunch, they prioritize protein. For dinner, prioritize protein. Snacks, even like they're not choosing any high carbs snacks. That goes a long way to be helpful. Yeah. So, all right. So the soup is cooked. Isha and Tarawih is going on. That's why I came in a little early, so that I can go and pray for Isha and Tarawih. So this is the soup. The soup looks so good. It looks good. The only thing is I added pepper, which I didn't want to, but I did. I don't know. My girls will not eat it, unfortunately, but it's okay. We're gonna eat it. The adults in the house will eat it, and I might share it with their grandma when I have good protein in it. When I add good protein. All right. So I think that's it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Zakillah Khairan for even being here and engaging. You ask very beautiful questions and add more. Yeah, I think it looks good too. That's why I added the spinach a little later so it doesn't cook and denature the color. So the spinach is very green still in it. Yeah, thank you. Jazakallah khairan. I wish that I could send it through the screen or something, so you can also get to taste it and tell me your feedback. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. So it's okay. All right. So it's still simmering. I will. Jazakallah khairan, sister. I appreciate you being here and engaging as well. Okay. And the sweet potato in it add a beautiful taste to this thing that I love so much. That women love. Whoever I made this soup for, they love it. Okay. So I am going to disconnect, and then I might come back again when I'm done with Tarawih to share another recipe. But if not, go back. If you're interested in going back to watch some of the videos that I have shared, that's fine too. Whoever, if you join me later, I see some couple of people also joining now. Inshallah. Inshallah. Yeah. All right. Jazakillahu khairan for being here. And I think I will disconnect. If you have any question, let me know before I disconnect and then come back maybe later. It's now almost 9 o'clock. So I might come back for a very brief time to share the other recipe I wanted to share. If not, I'll make it tomorrow, inshallah. All right. There's no question. Okay. I see people come on and leave. Stay and watch. Stay and watch and make the recipe. And make it for other women too in your life who are breastfeeding or postpartum that need some warm healing food. We have turmeric here, we have ghee, we have all the other spices that support healing and recovery. Yeah, so it's awesome. Okay. All right, so Jazakillahu khairan, sister, for engaging with me and anybody else who's here. I appreciate you. If you want, you can join me later after an hour or so. I'm going to come back, inshallah, to share another. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I wanted to share a snack recipe actually. Yeah, so if I'm able to come back later on after. Yes, I intended to share another recipe to make this live long, maybe for 2 hours or more. But it looks like the Tarawih will go too fast, and I don't want to be the only person praying. Um, so I'm gonna go finish, and then if I am able to come back by before 10 o'clock, then I will. If not, I will make it tomorrow, inshallah, and then I'll share a snack recipe for postpartum, yeah, and breastfeeding. All right, yeah, noted. This is noted. Let me. All right, yeah, Jazakillah khairan, sister. I appreciate it. All the questions and the suggestions are beautiful, beautiful. Okay, one. The last time I'm going to share the close-up of how the soup looks. Okay, this is how it looks, and it tastes so good, except that I added too much pepper. Okay, so if you want it very soupy, you can add more soup, more water. Okay, more water and more coconut milk. Yeah. All right. So I will turn it off very soon. Reduce the heat and turn it off very soon, and then discontinue with this live. If you permit me, sister, I will discontinue and then come back later or tomorrow, inshallah. Tomorrow, Friday. All right. Yes, Jazakallah khairan. Inshallah. All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.